Park.
We want to remember the sacrifice that the officers made. And we go to each gravesite and place a wreath. And we have 7 officers out here who have died in the line of duty.
On September 8, 2007, Corporal Arlie Jones was shot several times.
Especially for family. They no longer have that son, or they no longer have that father. They no longer have that husband, brother, or friend with them now.
My 5-year-old knows he had a grandpa who died before he was born. In death, you can still honor his memory and come and show our respect.
His motorcycle was his favorite, so that's probably my best memory of him. It means a lot, I know, for all of our families. It's nice that they still remember them and honor them for the services that they did.
Father, I pray today, Lord, that you're going to bless each one of these men and women.
They were our friends, they were our co-workers, and so they're not here anymore. And even though they're gone, just still being able to see a picture of them and to remember them, it's tearful.
I want to thank all the officers that who come here and know what can happen on the job, who still choose to put their own lives on the line and go out and serve and protect every day.
Gonna be a challenge. Kill! It's all gonna be worth it.
Get off the bus! Get off the bus!
It was a culture shock.
You feel alone at first.
Culture shock. Didn't know what was going on. I was like, where am I? Didn't know where to go.
And as you go through boot camp, you learn to become a family and you learn to be together.
Things are going at a fast pace.
Everything we do in the Marine Corps serves a purpose.
This is crazy.
We will give every effort to train you. Even some of you have given up on yourselves.
It brings them up all doing the same exact thing, the same exact way, and lets them decide for themselves how far they can push themselves.
And as long as you train just as hard as the person next to you and you are just as dependable, you will be seen as an equal no matter what you do, who you are, what you look like.
But to see the impact that you made on their life in 3 months through their eyes, it's really spectacular to watch.
Serve my country and something I've always wanted to do. It's been a long journey to get here.
There's so much of a rush, they're on a deadline, and I guess that's one of the things they've been putting on the back burner.
Billy Waddell with Advance Auto says although commercial truck drivers are supposed to inspect their tires every day, he says he replaces more blowouts than doing repairs. And by then, it could be too late.
The 18-wheeler can flip, and it can cause, major problems in that way. Even death, it can happen.
These tires are so overlooked that almost half of the trucks we checked had some kind of defect, from tire pressure to worn down tread.
You can see how it's wearing real bad.
Waddell says if these tires are ignored, it's only a matter of time before they blow.
Within days, it would probably end up blowing out.
Waddell says it's the drivers who need to be held accountable.
Did you know you had faulty tires? When was the last time you inspected it?
This morning I'm waiting for the tires to get.
That's for them to say, hey, we're going to get it fixed. And honestly, I don't think we'll probably even see him in our shop today.
When did you find out that this happened?
This morning.
Some truck drivers like Bill Davis tell us because of the roads, tires can change within a couple of hours of driving, which is what he said happened to him.
It happened with the change of temperature on the highway. The hotter it gets, the hotter this pavement gonna get.
Waddell says because of the rising temperatures, drivers need to check their tires more than once a day. But he says that won't happen until companies enforce it.
So they're not going to enforce it, the drivers ain't going to.
Barack Hussein Obama.
I don't owe you an apology, I didn't say.
There's the presidential election, the runoffs in
Texas, the bond vote.
West Texans sounded off this morning, some in disbelief, others in celebration.
We've had a few callers saying they voted for Obama, they're happy, get over it guys, that's the way it's going to be.
On News Talk 550.
Callers took to the phone lines on KCRS News Talk 550's Morning Drive with Robert Hallmark and Kurt Verli.
Local aspect, I think people became more engaged.
The two top subjects were Midland and Odessa school bonds, and, of course, the presidential race.
KCRS.
In a predominantly Republican area, many say the day after Election Day is more like an aftershock.
Obama's not going to shut down the oil business in Midland, Odessa tomorrow. 498-7505 or
Many callers showed their support for the Midland Odessa bonds that passed by a large majority.
I wasn't surprised that they passed. I was surprised that they passed by the numbers that they passed by.
Shocker. Absolutely stunned. Number one, and I tend to be pessimistic, I would have predicted both bonds would have lost.
But whether West Texans were for or against, blue or red, Robert and Kurt say the right to express opinion was definitely exercised.
You have complete freedom to express how you feel.
Jennifer Samp, CBS 7 News.